It's a beautiful life. How is everybody doing today? So y'all get to hear me sing. I'm a wonderful person. And again, it's been 11 days ago, or 12. Remember, I painted the hood on the Ford truck. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. And that's all that needed. The rest of the body's perfect. Same on the Dodge Ram. Tiger. The roof faded, the gloss wore off, and the hood faded. And then it got black spots from a tree that used to be over here. I had that son of a bitch cut down. They're a hazard. You know, when we have hurricanes here in Houston, Texas, you know, I'm in the southeast part of Houston. I am only 33 miles from Galveston. It doesn't happen that often. It's not as bad as they make it out to be. You know, news media makes things to be a lot worse than they are. But anyway, if y'all will look at the video where I had my sander, I called it my sand gun the other day. Paint gun, sand gun, aerate your gosh damn. I do so many. I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I do everything right here at my house. And before I got this house 29 years ago, I did everything at my other house. Oh boy. I'd like to tell y'all a story here shortly about do-it-yourselfers or desperates, people that are desperate. Well, anyway, let me get back to this. I had my sander. Okay, I sanded it. I started sanding it yesterday. It was actually too hot, that hot sun. And I started out with 80 grit because that paint is tough on there. And man, I'll tell you what, I sanded that hood off and on for about 2 hours yesterday. And this morning I pulled the truck up under my porch here and I sanded that thing about an hour. That is the toughest paint in the world that is on there. And I think I know why. Because with my painting experience, I think from the factory that 98 Dodge Ram came with acrylic or acrylic lacquer that was gloss because that truck is not the same as the other American-made Dodge Ram. That 98 Dodge Ram was made in old Mexico, where they have a Mopar plant in old Mexico. And it was assembled and made there. Even the sheet metal was painted there in old Mexico. And then it was shipped to North Carolina to be sold brand new in the fall of 1997 for the 98 year mark. Okay, the story on it goes, there was a Hispanic man, very strong man. He was a plumber. He bought it, and he lived in North Carolina. He divorced a woman, and he just loaded that extended cab Dodge Ram pickup, and he moved to Houston, where he had some family here that had moved over here from old Mexico. And he had that truck for 2 years. It was in the summer of 2000. I met him. Where was that place that I met him at? It was locally around here. And I said, man, I like your truck. And he said, yeah, but it's got to go. I can't make the payments. I went through a divorce. and that he lost his house in North Carolina. He said, man, I'm having to pay apartment rent now. And it had 22,000 miles on it. And he had taken very good care of it. And I asked him, how much do you owe? And he said, well, I'm not really sure the interest or whatever. We went over to my bank. Uh, and we went in, and I just talked to him. And I wrote down the VIN number and everything. Turned out he had a balance. It was only $13,100, which wasn't bad. Which wasn't bad, not for an extended cab with the V8 AC, fully loaded, tilt steering, stereo, and the payoff price and the condition of it. Bank One had no trouble. What I did. They checked everything out for me. I took the money out of my savings account and had a cashier's check made for the, amount owed. And the bank, they charged me a fee back then. They paid off the balance where he had it financed. And I gave him some equity. I gave him like $1,500 equity. He deserved it. And the whole total came out to about $13,700. And I gave him the equity, and then, the cashier's check, that was mailed by the bank, to the finance company at that time. I forget what it was called. I think it was called Premier Finance Company that was in Florida, a Florida base. It looks like they did him pretty good, however, and I've had it ever since. And so how many years have I had it? Since 2000. It's 23 now. I've had it 23 years. I've had it 23 years now. Well, anyway, here about the truck. I painted the hood this morning. I started about 2 hours ago. I sprayed it on there. And here it is. You can see how the Ford truck, if this camera's working right, how it's shining. Okay, the white, not enough sun, or it's the angle. I'm not sure if it's shining or not. But, it is, good coats. Yeah, I can see some shine in it now from this angle right here. Oh yeah, it's going to be nice like a Ford truck. And of course I've got activator in it, even though it looks like we might have some rain shortly. Using that activator, that paint, after it's applied, 10 minutes later, bang, it's dry. It's dry, Activator for paint and hardener mean the same thing, by the way, for those of you who don't know. But anyway, there it is, and I'm sorry if these videos I keep making are redundant. I am sorry, but I like to share with other people, especially what I can do by myself without having to be dependent on repair garages and stuff like that. But some story about a guy I used to know. Hell, I was going to tell you, I already forgot. But as soon as I turn this camera off to take it in and make sure it came out right, I'll probably remember it then and think, oh, that, Hell, I don't remember. Oh boy, but anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And I hope everybody's doing great. There's one of my neighbors going somewhere. There they go. There they go. Man, these people have so much money around here. My God. I mean, they buy these $60,000 SUVs like it's pocket change. And they do this shit like about every 3 years. And I wonder sometimes, where the hell do they get all this money? But hell, I don't care. I'm happy with what I got. To me, that's wasting money to buy a new vehicle. It's just wasting money. But anyway, and there comes a pickup. Oh God, y'all see how exciting my life is around here? See how exciting? I get excited when a car drives by. Oh, maybe they'll notice me. I need a woman. Help, help. A lot of times I think my neighbors can overhear me, but I like all of them and they like me. I don't really care. I mean, what is normal? Which tree is normal? But anyway, let's, do it to it. And I'm going to get this on YouTube, and I'll try to stop boring y'all so much. Or whatever. I'm only apologizing to those that aren't thrilled and intrigued and fascinated with me. But anyway, bye bye for now. Later.